Okay, I think I'm live. Yeah, they say we're live. Welcome back, everyone, to the channel. This is the Sane Society Channel. Oh, yeah, we changed our names when this time is to change. We change. So, we're going to talk briefly about, this is the Book of Formation here. We'll talk about that another time. Just want you to get acquainted with. This is something from the mystery system. You know what mystery mean, right? Mystery mean we don't know where it comes from, but we're going to use it like it's ours. That's what mystery really means. That's not what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about uh, world events, what's going on. For those who've been looking for me, they say, "What's going on?" They call me Scholar. What's going on, Scholar? We haven't heard from you in a while. Have you quit your YouTube channels? I say, no. So what are you doing? I say, I'm studying. I'm doing my daily routine. Um, so what's been studying lately is this story about the boy who cried wolf. Y'all remember that story? The boy who cried wolf, WOLF, for those who can't understand my speech. I'll spell it out for you. So this boy, I want to let you make the connection. I'm not going to make the connections. I want you to make the connections. I'm just doing this in an allegory to what's going on today in world events. This boy, which means he's young, he's not wise, he don't have a lot of wisdom. That's what it means to be a boy. He seemingly, apparently, he was bored. I'm just trying to make this story come live to you all because this boy uh, had a boring life. To him, his life was boring, and he wanted to really show that he was smart. You know, when you're young, you're unbeatable. That everybody is stupid but you. So you do these tricks and things to test your smartness. Just deviousness. You know, that's why childhood is such a time of learning. Because when you grow up from being a boy to a man or being a girl to a woman, you don't do these things you did as a child before. But every child is going to do some deviousness. Every child does deviousness because they want to see if they can get away with it. They want to test your intelligence, test their ability to fool you. That's all they're doing. That's what children do. Test your ability to be fooled. Hmm. Like you make the connections. I'm just giving you the story. You make the connections. So in this testing of his ability to fool people, he decided to make life a little more exciting. He said, I've been attacked by wolves. Help, help. And he was giggling to himself, oh, watch these people run. Watch me fool all these people. I'm under attack. They're coming for the they're coming for the sheep. You know who the sheeple are, right? Yeah, sheeple. You should know what a sheeple is. People who don't count for nothing, don't have any opinion, don't. They're like trees, or they don't do nothing. They just keep everything working. They keep the system running. They don't fight. They don't do anything. They're like robots. Yeah, sheep are like robots. Sheeple. So let's stick to the story now. We're talking about the sheep. So he said, "Oh, somebody's coming to take my sheep. Wolves are coming." The whole town get in the uproar and say, "Wait a minute. Where's that wolf at? Where is he? Where's that wolf?" And hey Elizabeth, hey Pops, what's going on? Thank y'all for signing in. Thought I'd come here and talk to y'all for a little bit. We're not talking about this book. This is just something to get you acquainted with. A book we'll be talking about later, the Book of Formation. Right now, I'm talking about the boy who cried wolf. Have y'all heard this story? Give me a 1 in the chat if you've heard the story, the boy who cried wolf. If you heard the story, the boy who cried wolf, let me see you give a 1 in the chat. Because some people may not have heard this story. So if you've heard the story, the boy who cried wolf, let me see you give a 1 in the chat. Anybody in the chat? Anybody need to go and come back when people are here? You can give a 1 when you come in. Give a like. What that like means is that you like the video and you like someone else to see it. So the algorithm says, oh, people like this videos, so let's show more of it. And there's always going to be 1 like. So I'm thinking that more than 1 people come here and more than 1 people watch the video. So my question to you is that if you come here and you watch the video and you don't like it, there's something wrong with you. Why would you watch a video you don't like? You see what I'm saying? Because if you didn't like it, you wouldn't watch the whole video or whatever. You may watch a minute or 2, say, oh, I don't like this topic, and then you leave. But if you stay and watch something over a minute and you don't like it, you got a problem. Because you're doing something you do not like of your own free will. So the YouTube community says we're gonna find out how smart these people are. We're gonna ask them to like, give a thumbs up. However, if you watch something for over a minute and you don't give a thumbs up, they have a serious problem. They do. They don't even know their problem. The problem is They're doing something against their own will, and they don't even see it. Okay, let's go and complete this story. Time is ticking. So everybody came looking for this wolf that this boy manufactured out of thin air. So when the people saw that it was a hoax, the boy was just getting attention because he was bored. They said, "Oh, you need to stop that. Stop playing. We was really looking for a wolf." And the boy said, "Gotcha, gotcha." Yeah, because he wasn't serious. So they went back to their work and did their job. A few days passed, and the boys had a urge to do it again. He said, "I can't stand this boredness. I'm gonna get them again. I'm gonna get these people again. Watch it, watch me, watch me. Wolf, 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 wolf is coming." The people didn't hesitate. They said, "Oh, they're being attacked. Let's go and help them out. Save the sheeple." The same thing again. The boy was laughing this time. He was just laughing. Oh, how could y'all be so stupid? I got y'all again. I got y'all again. Now this time the people was angry. They said, "Okay, you got us again. So don't you ever call Wolf again. Because we're not going to believe you. You know, 3 strikes, you out. You had 2 strikes. And if you try that again, we're not coming this time. The next time you try that, we're not going to believe you because we know you are a trickster, a joker." Okay? So that's exactly what happened. It wasn't 3 days before the boy said, "I'm going to do it again." You know, just devishness. You don't have anything to do. Didn't have a good book to read. Or didn't have a good friend to talk to. So he just say, let me see if I can trick the people again. They coming to get the sheeple. They're coming to get the sheeple. I'm not fooling. This time they're coming to get the sheeple. And as he was saying this, the wolves heard him. And they said, "Oh, let's go down there and get those sheep. Because we saw him before playing with the people. And nobody's going to come this time, so we can go and take the sheep for ourselves." They didn't know the wolves were listening to the conversation. So what the end of the story? That was the end of the boy and the end of his sheeple. Because the wolves just took over everything. Because the people did not come. So what's been said here is, let your word be bond. If you say something, if you make a promise, or oath, you're going to do something, don't squelch. Don't let your word count for nothing. Because when the time comes, when you really, really need help, who's going to believe you really need help? They think, "All right, there you go again, crying wolf." Now, for those intelligent ones out there, you've seen the allegory. of you have countries hollering wolf. Oh, we got to negotiate. We got to negotiate. But they wasn't serious. They wasn't serious because in the middle of negotiations, they they renewed their conflict as if the negotiation wasn't even going on. Twice they did it. So now, when the boar is really under attack now, the wolves are really there. You think the sheep, you think the people are going to negotiate with him again? At their choosing, when they feel like it, because they can't trust him anymore. Your word means nothing anymore. If your word means nothing, you can't be trusted. Then it's like negotiating with a terrorist. Who negotiate with terrorists? America don't negotiate with terrorists. You trying to terrorize me and you want me to negotiate with you? Crazy. Well, that's the time. I hope you understand what's being said. Till next time, peace.